Okay, so I need to tell you something because this has been living in my head ever since Zombies 4 ended and I genuinely cannot keep it to myself anymore because Zombies 5 is officially happening. And when Zombies 4 dropped in July 2025, I remember watching that finale and feeling two things at the exact same time, which was completely satisfied and absolutely not ready for it to be over because that movie did something rare where it gave Addison and Zed a real emotional ending while also introducing Nova and Victor in a way that made you genuinely excited for what comes next, and that balance is something Disney does not always get right because we watched it go wrong with Descendants and we watched it go wrong with Camp Rock where the old cast just disappears like they never existed, but Zombies 4 looked us in the eye and said no, we are not doing that here. And there is this moment in the song Possible where the lyrics say it feels like forever since we were your age, we are passing you the torch, so don't hesitate. And that hit differently because it was not just Addison and Zed talking to Nova and Victor, it felt like the whole franchise talking to us. And now with Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim stepping into executive producer roles, you already know Addison and Zed are not gone for good because they will be back in Zombies 5, maybe not as leads but as the people Nova and Victor turn to when things get too big to handle alone, and things are about to get very big. Because do you remember how Zombies 4 ended where Nova and Victor made that sweet little promise to hang out again soon, and then out of nowhere a massive water tornado tore across the sky, and the second I saw it one name came to my mind immediately, which was Uma, the daughter of Ursula from Descendants 2, the girl who controlled water like it was an extension of herself, and that tornado carried that exact same energy. And this is not just a theory I am throwing at the wall because a casting call recently appeared on Instagram for an untitled Disney musical set to film between March and June of 2026 in New Zealand, which lines up perfectly with when Zombies 5 is expected to shoot, and the call was looking for teens aged 14 to 19 with strong acting, singing, and dancing skills, and the character names revealed were Pearl, Finn, Sandy, and Vanessa, all between 15 and 16 years old every single one, requiring the full package of acting, singing, and dancing, which means these are not background characters, these are main players, and those names, especially Pearl and Finn, do not exactly scream werewolves or aliens. They sound like they belong somewhere deep underwater, and we have had zombies, werewolves, vampires, aliens, and even daywalkers, but the one world this franchise has never touched is the ocean. And now with that tornado, those names, and that filming location, it feels less like a theory and more like the story writing itself, where Pearl and Finn are probably leading this new sea creature group, while Sandy and Vanessa could either be part of that world or the humans caught in the middle of something they do not fully understand. And as for casting, Disney has been quietly building a shared universe of young talent where Freya Skye went from Zombies to Wizards Beyond Waverly Place and Malachi Barton jumped into Camp Rock 3. And when I think about who fits the next chapter, two names keep coming back to me, which are Liam Mani Segura, who has a voice powerful enough to own an underwater musical sequence but is already attached to two projects in 2026, so the timing might not work out. And then there is Janice Leanne Brown, who, if you have watched her in Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, you already understand why I keep coming back to her name, because there is something about the way she performs that feels completely alive, and she would slide into this franchise like she was always supposed to be there. And as for the timeline, filming runs through June 2026, and given that this movie will almost certainly involve underwater production, the post-work alone is going to need serious time, which means we are looking at an early 2027 release on Disney Plus, with a trailer possibly dropping by late 2026. And that is exactly where we are right now, with a water tornado, 4 brand new names, a casting call that practically has Zombies 5 written all over it, and a world that has been sitting just beneath the surface of this franchise waiting for its moment because the torch has been passed. The ocean is calling, and I do not know about you, but I am absolutely ready, so follow for more updates and check the video on screen.